Good morning, everyone. You're welcome to another episode of Real Estate Insights, and we're going to be talking on product knowledge. My name is Idowu Oluwagbemiga. So, on this session, like I mentioned before we kicked off, we're going to be talking on product knowledge as it pertains to Adborn Harvest and Home, and more of the things we're going to be talking about as well can be used on a general basis for personal businesses or whoever comes across this video. So to our introduction page, it says, we'll take a step out of the conventional method of handling our product knowledge session to include important information beyond what can be found on the flyers. Like I said earlier, we have the flyers with us. We can access them in our communities, in our workspaces, our official groups, right, for our edification. But in this session, we'll consider the vision, the mission of the organization, because those particular two things are very important, because knowing the vision, knowing the mission can in a way help you break the icing of what our landed properties and every other product we have offer to each of our clients. We'll look at the mission of the company, our product life cycle. Every product has a life cycle, and Adborn Harvest and Home is not an exception. So we have a product life cycle. We'll look at that as well. Our key products, what are our major products? What are the things that makes it possible for our sales team, our marketing team, and interested people? What are the things they sell to clients and prospective buyers out there? We're going to also consider what a good product knowledge does. We're talking on product knowledge. So what you also want to ask yourself the question, why should I have product knowledge? So we're going to be considering why you should have a product knowledge and the problem it solves. You have a product knowledge, it is solving a problem, it is attending to a situation. So this applies to everyone: team members, influencers, our virtual team members, hybrid team members, our in-house staffs, across all levels, and more importantly, the people that are receiving the knowledge you have concerning your product, our villa owners. So to go to the next slide is our opening quote. It says, product knowledge is the heartbeat of every successful sale. It's beat with confidence, trust, and value. So product knowledge speak across a wide variety set of people. It says here confidence to whoever is selling or pitching a product to a villa owners. The fact that you have the information, you have the proper information about the product you're selling. You have confidence. You're confident of the information you're passing, right? So it goes a long way to help you, start a good relationship and also communicate effectively. Trust, because you're confident of what you're saying, your clients can pick the necessary information. They can also get to know that, this product is solving my problem, and on the long run, trust is being built. Value. The value at the end of the day is what you're servicing, the service your product is offering, right? It gives value to whoever is buying into it. So the next slide is more about what is product knowledge. So product knowledge is beyond facts. It's beyond the information you have. It is the deep understanding of everything about a product. At Adborn Harvest and Homes, agro to home is what we do. So I just want every one of us to hold on to that word, agro to home, right? Agro to home is what we do. So having a proper product knowledge communicates or informs how it works. It talks about its benefits. It talks about the usage. It talks about the target audience, the people that the product will appeal to. A particular product you're selling is not for everybody. So there are some specific set of people it speaks to. At Adborn Harvest and Home, we have specific target audience. And it is because you have the knowledge about your product, you know the target audience you can approach, you know the people that product will appeal to. And to give few of them, we have students, young professionals, young couples. We won't just say adults, we would say youthful-minded adults. So from knowing the knowledge about your product, from having adequate information about your product, you know the people you can sell that product to. So I hope we have clear understanding on what the product knowledge is. It's beyond facts. It is having deep understanding, both present and future purposes that product serves. To go to the next slide, we're also going to be, repeating or try to reiterate what we do at Adborn Harvest and Home. So just in short, we secure future space. But in essence, what we do is we sell, affordable landed properties. Not just affordable, it is secure, right? And not just secure. Over time, we ensure that wealth is being created and generated through this, the selling or the acquisition of properties to villa owners, and through it, they create generational wealth. A lot of people at the moment in Nigeria, particularly, don't have assets that is transferable to their children, right? So we solve one of that problem. What is our vision? Like I said earlier at the introductory phase, that's knowing our vision and mission at Hardborn Harvest and Home gives you a soft landing as to knowing the product. So our vision is to be the foremost agro-to-home, project development company in Africa, securing future space and promoting unity through agriculture. Don't forget, hold on to that word, agro-to-home. And I'm sure that through what I just mentioned now, you can see an infusion of that there. Our mission to engage professionals in achieving the securing future space, in achieving the wealth creation, in achieving the agri practices. We need professionals to help us deliver each of these projects to our villa owners and create wealth through bond agricultural practices and bond home development. And this is the first time you're hearing, maybe the second time you're hearing the statement home development, because on the long run, when we go through that life cycle, when we get there, we get to have better understanding. When we go through that life cycle, you see that through land acquisition, there is agri practices and there is home development. It goes and continues all over again. And one important ingredient you should not miss out is that in helping our villa owners to deliver each of our vision and mission, our promises, our brand promises basically to them, it is important that we hold on to these core values, right? High tide, innovation, trustworthiness. I want to believe everyone we know about this, but it is very, very important. If you know just these first pages, right? First slide here, it covers everything you need to know about the product knowledge, about the product at Hardborn Harvest and Home. But to go in deeper, we're going to be considering the life cycle, like I said. So it's just very simple. But as simple as it is a combination of different components. It is a combination of different components. And I think in biological term, we'll say metamorphosis, right? It could be a dramatic change. It's a biological word, but it's a dramatic change. So we experience that here with our product, right? So from Hardborn, comprising of a lot of things. Myself, yourself, the virtual team, the influencers, the community, a lot of every other entity. Then we move to land, because everything begins with this. It begins with Hardborn first, then go into what product are we making use of. Then we go through the land acquisition, ensure it is affordable to villa owners. People buy into it, right? So to complete that agro-to-home cycle, it is important that agricultural practices come into it, which is an important part of the life cycle. Because without this, the agro-to-home makes no sense. It is just to home, right? So that agro makes it a complete entity. Then from agricultural engagement over time, that would of course add value to the landed property, yield results, and give profit to the villa owners. We get to the phase where we call home development. And at the moment, we're currently experiencing that on some of our landed properties, right? Which is a phase that would eventually happen across board. Then when it gets to home, you still come back to the assignment of Hardborn Harvest and Home. Okay, what else do we need to infuse to get better? And the cycle continues over and over again. So it is important you hold on, as simple as it is, right? Like I said, it's a combination, it's a coming together of different parts. Myself, yourself are parts of it. So to go into the products, like I said, we won't be making use of flyers, but it is important that the better it is you're able to summarize, the better understanding you have. So Hardborn has done so well to break each of our landed properties or our products into cities. So just picture cities, and there are 4. We have My Country Home, we have Legacy Green, we have Heritage Homestead, we have Motherland Homestead, right? My Country Home is one of the biggest right now because it has expanded to different states within Nigeria at the moment. So you can find My Country Home in Ogun State, you can find My Country Home in Ekpe, you can find My Country Home in Ibadan, you can find My Country Home in Ikoyi, Osun, you can find My Country Home in Kuje, Abuja, which is one of the newly launched. But more importantly, apart from knowing the locations where these properties are, it is important you know the pricing, it is important you know the usage, it is important you know the time frame for home project development, it is important you know land sizes, right? It is important you know the allocation information attached. It is important you know the documentation attached. Is a land having a provisional survey? Is it having a registered survey? And the registered survey, is it global? Is it for individual clients? So all these informations are important. The more you have these informations, the better and the easier it is for you to speak and build healthy relationship with your client. Don't forget, the opening code says product knowledge is the heartbeat of a successful sale. You don't just close sale, you open relationship, which is one of our mantra. And when you close sales, you don't want to close sales, you've gotten commission and you and your clients are going back and forth. I don't want this product again. I want refund. You didn't tell me this, you didn't tell me that. So it is important you have adequate information, transfer to your clients, let them know, oh, this particular product meets my needs. It solves a problem I have at the moment. And in solving problem, right, we have home deficits in Nigeria at the moment, and which is one of the problem we are solving. We're solving the problem of the future now at Adborn Harvest and Home. So like I said, pricing, location, documentation, allocation, all those informations are very important to have concerning each of these properties. Legacy Green Homestead. Legacy Green Homestead is one of our fastest growing cities as well. You can call them landed properties. You can call them available packages. But because we're talking on product knowledge, let's make use of what we know them as. So we have Legacy Green in Ogun State, and we also have Legacy Green in Lagelu, Ibadan. So these are the two states we have these properties at the moment. We have in Ogun State, we have in Ibadan, Lagelu local government. So for the Ogun State as well, just like it applies to my country, pricing, location, land size, documentation as it applies are very, very, very important, right? They are very, very, very important things to know. You know, when we talk about details on our flyers, you know what I'm talking about. We can relate with the design, we can relate with deed of assignment, we can relate with some major information. But it is important that as salespeople, as Adborn staffs, we have these informations, and summarizing them this way makes it easier for you to be able to catch every of the information you need, and don't miss out things. When your client asks you questions as well, it is important that you have the answer already. You have a glimpse of every of the question they could ask. The next city is Motherland Homestead. Don't forget, this is just Underland. The next city is Motherland Homestead. At the moment, we have just Motherland Homestead in Ogun State. A number of us know it as Corpus 2 package, right? Located there in the heart of Ajebo Ogunmakin. You have landmarks, and it's in communicating as well. Landmarks go a long way to help your clients picture the likelihood of where the property is. You can't be selling a Motherland and you're using Redemption Camp as a landmark. It is very, very important. Redemption Camp is Mowe. It's one of the biggest places in Ogun State as well. When people picture Mowe and they go for our experiential tour and they can't match their imagination with what they are seeing, you are on the bridge of breaking something. So it is important you give them an imagination that fits into their reality when they go to site. Heritage Homestead. Heritage Homestead is also located in Ogun State at the moment, although sold out, right? But these are parts of information you should know. A client will just go to the website, oh, I saw Heritage Homestead, I really like that name, I want to buy into it. You knowing that it is sold out is a way to also know that you have the product knowledge, because you could go on ahead and say, well, you can buy one plot in Heritage Homestead, and not knowing we don't have any property available in that location. And all the pictures shown here as well are future plans of each of the cities to come. So they are very, very important. To go to the next one is our agro products. Yeah, we talked about the life cycle, Adborn Land Agro, right? When we talk about the agricultural practices, it is important to know the available products Adborn can help you achieve. Of course, over time, there will be more than this, but these are the ones at the moment we feel and we know we can help our client deliver, and it is also sustainable. The number one is the cassava project, right? The cassava project is one project we've made available such that for everyone buying our landed properties, right? We all know it is agro to home, right? Except my country that has grown through that phase of agro and has gotten to home, has completed the life cycle, basically, right? Has completed the life cycle. So cassava projects can be implemented on every other landed property bought by villa owners, from Ibadan country home to Ekpe country home to Legacy Green Homestead, and other packages like we've mentioned. And also letting villa owners know that these projects are projects we put in place to ensure active engagement, to ensure active appreciation on their landed properties as well, to ensure that the lands are not just left to fallow, right? On a casual communication with your villa owners, right, it is important to let them know that when you buy a land, right, some villa owners want to also engage their landed properties personally themselves. We could also provide the solution of the services of our agro developers to help them achieve this project. So the next one, which is the cow cluster project, right? This is a project that does not necessarily require you buying a land to own it, right? This is a project we created to provide options to villa owners that are interested in buying agri projects that would likely just ensure that their capital is safe, they are getting something on an annual basis, and we made provision for net rental income for this particular one. So for the cow cluster project, villa owners could buy into it. They could buy in 3 months, they could buy in 12 months. Of course, this is the only product that has an interest attached to it, and it is a benefit because they are buying into time, right? So it is a benefit, and on an annual basis, provided a client has completed their payment, they get to earn net rental income, which are part of the things they enjoy. And it is also important to to point out that you are not owning a cow, you're buying into a project investment. For example, if a client buys this and wants to take a cow, capital and everything has been consumed. So it is important to let them know such option is not even available. You are buying into a project, you get your earnings. After a period of 5 years, you are getting a landed property that is being used to hedge your capital for the past five years. So these are products, our agri products, that is also completing or making the life cycle of the agricultural engagement complete. To go to the next one is our own properties, right? I think to start in this category is our Lekki Alpha Prime. Over time, my country have got to the point where it's now boasts of being ready for home construction. Not even boasting anymore. It has achieved that goal, of the home project development. And we broke it down into product as well. You have country block available, we have country crown available, and we have country home available. So it is important your pricing, like I said, your location, your payment plan. Those things are important as well. So for country block, it is a block of flats. We are here in Centage Plaza, right? And we have different units occupied by different organizations. So let's use a simple duplex, for example, where we could have 4 units. The country block basically means 1 unit in an entire duplex, right? 1 unit, because 4 units makes up that duplex. So you could have 1 unit to an individual, 1 unit to another individual. So 4 people basically can own an entire building. Country crown, right? Also like a country block, but the features is what sets them apart. And note, 1 person can decide to buy the entire 4 units. 1 person can buy 2 units. It is not limited, right? It is not limited. But of course, depending on what you're buying, depending on the features you're getting, the price range varies. So going to country home is an entire 4 units, right? And it gives access to villa owners to earn. Is it villa owners now? Yeah, I think it's still villa owners to own or to earn rental income of about 2 million naira annually. That is the only option. That is the only one that gives them access to earn a rental income. Apart from people that are bought during pre-launch, right? That was a giveaway. But for now, you have to buy into the country home that is, fully finished, as a door, as a window, a registered survey. Of course, C of O will be processed in individual's name, electrical wirings and painting. You just come in, bring in your furnitures, and you're good to go. So that is the feature of that country home. And more importantly, this is the only project that has a payment plan that spans up to 5 years. You have 5 years, you have 4 years, you have 3 years. For anyone buying any of this category within 3 years gets, a 20% discount. So it is important you take notes of that. It's important you take notes of that. And if someone wants to buy outrightly, of course, yeah, they can do that. They get a 10% discount on outright payment. They get 10% discount on outright payment. So basically, these informations are very, very, very important across our landed properties, across our agri properties, across our home properties. So it is important we take notes of these things. So to move forward, factors of a good product knowledge. We've mentioned this, but it is important you communicate pricing to your villa owner, because when you communicate 200k and your client is doing 250k in contract, there will be a problem, right? Because before the person has decided there is a budget, there's a way I want to split this financial commitments. Number 2, location too is important. Like I said, don't share landmarks for redeem camp for motherland homestead. Let their imagination meet their reality when they get to decide. It is very, very important. Number 3, usage. It is also important that when you're communicating with your villa owner, you let them know what they can do on that landed property they are purchasing per time. Don't communicate motherland is ready for home construction, right? And in the long run, when they go for sightseeing, it's what they are saying is something different. So it is important that your communication and their reality as well. It is aligning. Number 4, time frame for project delivery. These are information you should know. Legacy green, 5 to 7 years. Motherland, 5 to 10 years. Across each of those cities, it's important you give them an insight into when the delivery date of each of these projects is, so that they know, does this project align with me? If a working class gets to see Motherland and is interested in buying that location, they will consider all necessary factors. They consider pricing. Is my budget? Is that my budget? That location, is this something I want to buy into? And of course, in communicating location, right, how you communicate the location also determines the future they are seeing. So it is very, very, very important. Number 5, documentation and allocation. At Adbond Harvest and Homes, to a great length, we know that every of the documentation as far as registered survey is concerned is on a globe. We give a document on global survey plan, right? Global survey plan. So it is important so that they don't have the idea that, oh, I'm buying this land, I'm getting a C of O, I'm getting a registered survey. So it is important to make these things clear. It is very, very important. And allocation, of course, yeah, the normal practices. Adbond is different from every other real estate you see out there. So the normal practice is to buy land, get allocation. But for us to be able to deliver properly in alignment with our vision and mission, it is important that allocation is based on engagement. So all those communications are important. The communications are very, very, very important. So they know, okay, I'm buying this. When I'm done paying, I shouldn't rush for my allocation. I know that the allocation is based on my readiness to engage. So that is the basis on which the allocation can be made. Number 6, pinpoint the problem it solves. Yeah, pinpoint the problem it solves. Like I was saying earlier, there's deficits of housing units in Nigeria at the moment. As at 2023, it was about 28 million, right? So this year, it would have probably doubled more, right? So if Adbond is helping people secure future space, and we know fully well some of these locations are not ready for home construction, because going forward into 2025, 2026, 2027, right, a number of things will be happening in every of these axes. We have our landed properties, and a lot of people will be migrating. So when a working class or an undergraduate or a youthful-minded parent is buying properties in those axes, those are investments into the future, such that when there is need for housing units to be developed in that area, because we are there already, it won't be so strenuous to achieve the home project delivery. So we are solving a problem of the future. Number 7, testimonials. Different things speaks to different clients. They want to see that, okay, with all this you said, a number of people have even agreed and have given testimonials that, oh, these are how, and everything you're saying is in alignment with what you said. So testimonials go a long way as well. So to look on the next one is the problems our products solve. Number 1 is hedge funds against inflation, especially in the Nigeria of ours at the moment. Every month, every day, the percentage are increasing day by day. So it is important to give reasons, to profile problem, the assets the assets, the product Adbond Harvest and Homes are solving. Number two, housing deficits. We've talked about that. We're investing into the future, and our villa owners are also following that trend. So it is important to note that we emphasize these are what our products are solving. Number three is also solving unemployment. Yeah, on a large scale, Adbond can boast of consistent job provision, consistent employment in the past since as far back as 2016, right? So there are various ways our product has helped to provide job opportunities to people out there. Number four, food security. Yeah, we can never achieve this without going through the agricultural practices. At least currently we can boast of our Gari manufacturing units, where at least that is also cushioning the effects of food insecurity. Then number five, generational wealth. Yeah, there are products we have that have spanned in the past 5 years and have been doing well, and would probably based on what we do and what we're putting in place, will continue to do well. We've seen cases of villa owners that have bought properties in the past 3-4 years are probably dead or no more, but that properties have been transferred to their next of kin. So because of course they were able to achieve that property or get that property, they've been able to transfer generational wealth. So it is important we take notes of all those things. Then to go to the next page is, what do you achieve with proper product knowledge? What are the things it helps you do from a salesperson to customer relationship? Number one, it builds customer trust and confidence. Beyond you having the confidence that, I have every information about this product, the fact that you are able to also pass the information to your villa owner, it builds customer trust. Number two, it improves sales performance. Yeah, provided you have the right information, you are able to convert from time to time. Your villa owners give you referrals, right? On this note, it will take us to the people that you can easily sell to are people you don't even know, based on referrals. When they recommend you, it goes a long way. They're just coming in, they're not even stressing you, and it is easy to improve your sales performance. Number three, it enhances customer experience. Yeah, they have first-hand information. They have detailed information about your product. It goes a long way to release them of stress of understanding how that works. Or they don't complete their payments and they are coming for a location and they are hearing something different. It just puts a lot of things in wrong direction. Number four, it reduces error and miscommunication. Yeah, proper product knowledge helps with effective communication. Number five, it boosts employee confidence. And in short, good product equals to more sales, happier customers, stronger brand, and motivated employees. That's just to put it in short. So the result of good product knowledge cannot be overemphasized, right? So it's very, very important. Then the closing quote says, the more you know about your product, the more effectively you can communicate its value. It is all about value communication. It's about what are Adbond value proposition. There are a lot, right? So it is important you know your product, not just Adbond product, like I said. For each of our individual businesses, we can implement this and see how it works. It works wonder. So thank you very much for staying through for the session. For everyone joining us on Zoom, watching this video, we would appreciate if you could drop a comment, contribution.